Hey, everybody. I have an incredible friend on the show today. I love bringing my friends into the fold here. I mean, everybody has such great, unique stories, and Michele is no exception. Michele, my beautiful friend, please introduce yourself to the listeners.
Hi, Francesca. Thank you so much for having me here today. I am Michele Schina. I'm a certified public accountant, and I have my own accounting practice in Philadelphia where we support our clients with tax, accounting, and advisory services.
Oh, I love that because that's where my background is. So I totally appreciate what you do. Um, so Michele, we've had a number of conversations, and you have had a profound experience that I would love for you to unpack here on the show because I really believe it's going to help a lot of people and the experience that you went through. Would you mind sharing this experience with everybody?
Sure. And sometimes I uh, get a little nervous when I share this. So hopefully we'll be able to express it with such just a profound sense of soul, I guess I should say. So in 2011 I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and prior to that diagnosis I'd lost my mom, my best friend in life. I lost her, and I also lost my home to an arson. Someone burned down our condominium complex. So the breast cancer was what I call a trifecta of experiences. After my first chemo treatment for breast cancer, I actually wound up in the hospital with an unrelated complication, and I had to have emergency surgery. And if I hadn't had that emergency surgery, I would have lost my life.
Wow. And I'm sorry, I just had you on mute because I have a bit of a distraction, but I am listening intently. So you came this close. We can't see it, but this close to losing your life. How did that change your life from that minute forward?
Yeah, sorry. It's amazing. I got a little emotional during that conversation, but I wound up in the hospital for 11 days. And during that, it was really difficult for me to be in the hospital for 11 days. If you knew me prior to my health challenges, I was constantly on the go. I was participating in work related events. I was networking. I was running a nonprofit. I took care of my family. There, I was always moving. And then I wound up in the hospital for 11 days where I couldn't move. I had to rest. Something was telling me to rest. It was a very profound experience. And what wound up happening is, even though my body wasn't moving, my mind continued to move. As business owners, as parents, right? As spouses, we're
Right.
always doing something
Always
and
moving. Our brain does not stop.
always moving. Our brain does not stop. And if anyone listening is like me, I make lists in my head. And sometimes the list gets so long, I don't have time to write them down. So that's who
So
I was
true.
before winding
That
up in the
is so
hospital for
true.
11 days, right?
Oh, goodness. You're right.
And so I had to learn to what I call it quieting my mind. I had to just slow my mind down and really get present to resting, getting present to really caring for myself so that I could heal. As well as I know that our bodies are so powerful that we can
Yep.
heal ourselves. Now,
Hmm.
listen, for those listening out there, I know that there are very challenging health experiences out there. I experience that, so I do not take it lightly. But our bodies are very strong, and if we give them the ability, they can help us. And that's what I had to do. So I learned to just become really quiet and really just learn to get rid of that mental chatter that keeps us going and keeps us moving on a constant basis. And I had to do
Yeah.
that because
Hmm.
I had to recover. My doctors told me that was I was going to recover, but it was going to take time. And as a business owner, time is not always on our side. And but I had to listen
Right.
because
Right. Right. And so you had to listen. You had no choice. It's not like you could get up and run around and write that. You couldn't even write that list down. You were just there. So you learned something, you experienced something so profound, right? Now, how did that parlay in your life? Like, how did that change your life after that moment, Michele? Like from a business owner perspective, what did you start doing differently immediately after that experience or when you were well? What did you start doing?
that experience, now mind you, I I when I present in my work life, the part of some of my presentations include what I call a, the quiet your mind experience. Now, in being in the hospital for 11 days, I also had to heal. So it took months, close to a year to heal. So this learning to quiet my mind wasn't an overnight epiphany. I
Well,
had to
thank you
really
for sharing
practice.
that, right? It takes practice. So
It
thank you for
takes
sharing that.
practice,
It's not an
constant,
overnight experience, right? We have to continue to work at this, right? We can't just
continue.
meditate one day or quiet one day and think that everything's going to go swell. So, yes, thank you for sharing that.
Yes. And then once I healed, and as I continued to develop my financial literacy programs for my clients, I thought to myself, what a great exercise. As business owners, we're always working, or I shouldn't say always working. It's easier for us to work in our business. As CEOs, sometimes we're doing the doing. We're not working on our businesses. But what I saw, I could equate this experience for myself and help to train others in this conversation. Whether you're healing, where focus and clarity become important, or whether you're working on building your business, focus and clarity is still important and it provides you with greater confidence.
Ah, the magic word, my friend, right? Confidence. So we need to build this confidence, not just from an image perspective, but now we're talking from a business perspective and how we can pursue our days and pursue our passions. So you nailed it. You nailed it. That is so important to know and to have and to achieve.
Yes, yes. And so you asked, how I now incorporate this into my work. And like I said, it becomes an exercise in our financial excellence courses that we offer to our clients. And as a business owner, as an executive, if we could take that time, however much time we can give ourselves during the course of the week, shut our doors, shut out the distractions, and just sit and write, what is it that we want for ourselves first in our lives? How do we want to build our financial health and wellness for ourselves in our lives? Then, how do we want to build it for our business? What is important to us? If we could just take that time for ourselves and quiet our mind, get rid of our mental chatter, that one, people may be listening now, it's that mental chatter that might be telling you to do something else right now, might be telling you, in 30 minutes from now, you have to prepare for a meeting. No, it's that mental chatter that sabotages us as executives and business owners. And if we could build our muscle and quiet our mind and really listen for what we want and start actually writing down, we can
Yep.
we can get there. We can really work on having what we want.
Well, thank you
I
so
hope
much.
that's
And
conveying the message that
it is
I'm
conveying.
trying to
Yeah.
present here today,
And I
Francesca.
appreciate you, because guess what? What an incredible time of year to offer this, right? Because a lot of people now are thinking of the next year and how to go through their goals. And you've given them a nice little pathway in that we need to quiet our minds first and listen in and lean into our hearts and what we want. So what an incredible way to do that. And thank you for offering that, and your story and being vulnerable. I am so very grateful for that, Michele. So let's flip the script a little bit and tell me a little bit about what gives you confidence. What's your favorite piece of clothing or accessory of all time? And how does it make you feel?
Well, Francesca, I am a shoe lover. I love
I love
shoes,
it.
all different shapes and sizes and colors. Well, back in the day, it actually was only black until I realized that there are other colors other than black. And
Right?
5 years ago or so, I was in New York working with a client who uh, made custom women's clothing. We happened upon an entrepreneurial shoe company that made custom women's shoes. What a great
Wow.
experience.
What a
And
great
so, what a
experience.
great experience to get sized for a custom pair of shoes. Black patent leather heels. They're to die for. And every time I put them on, I feel great. I walk into a meeting or an event with such great
Hmm.
confidence. I just feel so good in these shoes, and they're comfortable as well because they really fit your foot. So
Right.
not
And you
only do they
stand
make you
taller.
that's right. Not only do they make you feel good, they actually feel good on your foot and they're
Right. And
comfortable.
what an amazing combination. So I guess that's my goal for everyone, is to find those shoes that are comfortable and make you feel great and confident in all of those things. So that's just great. And thank you for sharing that. Yes, I'm a shoe person. In the introduction, a lot of people have heard, I love coffee more than shoes. It's because the shoes have to be comfortable. And that's the reason why I prioritized it. Michele, so you have an incredible service that you offer. How can people get in touch with you if they wanted just to learn more about this financial, I don't want to say fitness, but this exercise of quieting and finding a way to their financial success? What's the best way for people to find you?
Thanks, Francesca. You can reach me on LinkedIn to
Okay.
get connected to me.
Okay. And then any other links or programs that we can share in the show notes?
Sure, I'd love for people to work on leveling up in 2022. It's your year. You can learn the 6 keys to mastering your financial excellence at
Mm,
with our financial excellence course. And
okay,
there's a
wonderful. Go
yes,
ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say I can give you the website for that specifically if you'd like.
I would like, and I'll put that in the show notes for sure, and share it with everybody. But um, I will have everyone out there in listener land know that Michele knows what she's doing. She had her start in public accounting and has her own business, which is incredible. I respect her so much in the years that we've known each other. I feel like I've known you longer than the technical sense, because you are um, an incredible business leader and volunteer, very humble, by the way. So Michele, thank you for your time today, and happy holidays to you.
Thank you, Francesca. Happy holidays to you and happy new year, everyone.
Mhm.